Sorry guys, my camera cut off. I don't know what happened. The batteries are fine. The card wasn't even full, but it cut off. So anyway, we're back for this part 2. The only thing that I did before it cut off and me realizing was I just folded those over and used the bone folder to get them to where they was pressed down good. So what I do now is I take and in the seams I take my bone folder and just the side of it real gently, like don't press real hard, but start working your paper a little bit right in the seams, right in the grooves. And then just start working it, bringing it up a little bit. Start working it. I'm not going to push it all the way over yet because I'm afraid it's going to crack. Just real easy like. Start working it to help form your little box. I don't have my Mod Podge out, so I'll use this. On the back sides of where my seam is, I just take and put a little bit of Mod Podge. See how easy that went on over? This one I don't have worked good enough on this side, I don't think. It breaks down those fibers a little bit and helps keep it from cracking. Oh, and I think my husband's home. I really hand it to you girls who do the tutorials all the time and stuff. My hat's off to you. This mini album, they really are fast to do if you don't have to fool with cameras and nervous because it's your first time doing a tutorial and interruptions, like my husband's going to come in and my little dog's going to go nuts and my husband's going to be saying, Zoe, 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 oh my goodness, Zoe, Zoe. And there's no warning. No warning because I don't have a sign up saying I'm recording. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Put a little bit more here. I know, Zozo. Daddy's home and knocking. Can you believe this? Hang on just a second. I'm not going to stop recording. Hang on. Oh, back guys. Sorry it wasn't my husband, it was my son. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's already dried. So see, there's our box made. Now, so this isn't in 50 parts for something really simple. I'm going to try to go as fast as possible here. The next thing I'm going to do is the binding system, and it's the Kathy Orta binding system. So if you all already know how to do this, you can just fast right on forward through. But for those of you who don't, I'm going to show you. Whatever the width, this is just plain cardstock. Whatever the width of your album's going to be, which is 2 7/8, well, let me just tell you what to cut. Cut 2 7/8 by 10 1/2. And that's going to give you enough places for each one of your toilet paper rolls. And this is how you're going to score. I'm going to hold it. I noticed I didn't have to hold it quite as far up earlier when I was looking, but score at 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, 5 3/4, 6, 6 1/2, 7, 7 1/4, 7 3/4, 8 1/4, and 8 1/2. And then you'll have 2 inches here on the end. So we'll do that with this one. So we have 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, 5 3/4, 6, 6 1/2, 7, 7 1/4, 7 3/4, 8 1/4, and 8 1/2. So there you go. There it is. And that's going to give us a 1/4 inch gap in between each one of our pages for embellishments on each page. So what we do next, oh, and if you don't have a score pal, that's no big deal. Just use your paper cutter and just move it along. And of course, I mean, even take your cutter out, but just use a bone folder and all as your scoring tool. Okay, so what we do next then is it's mountains and peaks, or mountains and valleys, peaks and valleys, or yeah, peaks and valleys. So let's see, I put it over here. This may help you see things a little bit better. The area with the little squiggly lines, that's our 1/4 inch lines. And then this is your 1/2 inch lines all the way up. And then I'll show you how you can put your tape on. But you want your 1/4 inch lines as your valleys. So I'm just simply scoring here. So there's our valley. See, there's the valley. And then we're going to put a peak here. So there's our peak. And then valley. Peak. See? See, that's what it should kind of start looking like so far. We'll do a couple more here. Do all of them, but just for time's sake, Oops, and I did that one backward. So, valley, peak, valley, valley, peak, or mountains and hollers. Holler, holler, mountain. Okay, there's 4 of them. You all get the, I hope that you get the gist of it, but you just have little, see the little 1/4 inch area, your valley and your peak, and valley and peak, valley and peak, or hollers and mountains and hollers and mountains. Okay, so you do that. After you have all that done, then on the back side, only on one side of the 1/2 inch areas, you'll have 2 1/2 inch areas per little section. Run your score tape down through there on all 5 of them. All 5. So I'll do one of them and show you. No, I'll do 2 of them. To where it's like that. And that's on the back side. Okay. It's on the back side where your peaks are pointing down, or your mountains are pointing down. So that's on the back side. You do it like that. And then what you do is you take and you match up the mountains. You see that? Together. So they make your little flap. Like so. Here, I'll do another one. Like so. See, there's 2 of our page flaps already. And then you just keep doing it all. So I went ahead and did all of them. So there's all 5 of them right there. And then what you do when you turn it over, you're going to have all of your, this will wind up being flat. Cover it with score tape. And then also cover each side of your little flaps with score tape. Like so, and work your flaps back and forth. You can do it before you put the score tape on there or not. It just helps loosen all that up to where it'll move better. And so, also, show you one of the toilet paper rolls. If I went to try to put my toilet paper roll in there like that, it's not going to fit. So, take and cut them away like that. Each one. You see how I have the other ones held back? And just do each one of them. Now, hopefully, those will slide right on there now, like so. See how they slide in? Okay, so what we need to do now is to take all this score tape. Oh, let me give you another look at what it looks like from the side. And feel free, just pause it if you need to. Okay. Okay, where it says our bottom, we need to find our center here as close as we can, and I'm going to sit that right on the little, this part where the hinge system's going to be. The center of this, I'm going to center up with our bottom piece of chipboard. Like so. And then with your bone folder, go in between each one of these to get it to stick good. It should look something like that. And then find your creases again and start working them. There, and then there'll be one right in through there. Okay, now we need to cover the inside part of here and here. So you need to find the ruler, just measure from your crease down to your end, and it's about 8 inches. But I want to leave just a little bit of room going around. So let's say 7 3/4 by say 7 3/4 by 2 3/4.